We are now just a few days away from the end of Washington's indoor mask mandate, which means local school districts will also be able to allow students to go to class without wearing a mask.
KREM 2's Ian Smay was part of a press conference today with Spokane's public health officer. He joins us live in the studio tonight with more on that. Ian?
Spokane's public health officer, Dr. Francisco Velasquez, spoke today about the end of Washington's mask mandates for schools. He said he feels we are in a good spot locally with case and hospitalization trends for students to go to class without masks. This comes as the health district met with local schools as they prepare for Monday. For the first time since Washington State sent students home at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, masks are about to be optional in classrooms. For districts in Spokane County, Public Health Officer Dr. Francisco Velasquez said he thinks it's safe for students to ditch the mask.
If everything continues going the way it's going, we should be able to align with the DOH guidance. And unless there are any specific circumstances in a particular school that require us to provide a different guidance. So, and I do believe that most of our schools are looking forward to that.
Dr. Velasquez said a downward trend in cases and hospitalizations is what gives him confidence in kids taking off their masks at school. However, Velasquez said some staff and students will likely continue wearing masks for their own comfort or safety.
We're all going to make that decision individually and sometimes collectively as families. So my suggestion and my request is let's be kind to each other. If someone decides to wear a mask, that is fine.
Updated guidance for schools was released by the Washington State Department of Health on Monday. Staff will still be held to the state's vaccine requirement, but language in the guidelines give districts the choice of whether or not to screen athletes for COVID-19. Those students who test positive need to quarantine for at least 5 days. After the 5th day, they can return if they are asymptomatic or their symptoms have gotten better, including being fever-free for 24 hours. They are also recommended to wear a mask if they want to return before day 10 without a negative test. Velasquez said the Spokane Regional Health District was meeting with local superintendents on Wednesday.
We have a meeting with all of our superintendents because we would like to discuss with them the impact that the guidance may or may not have and what resources they have or they need so we can best provide direction as we go forward.
Other parts of the updated guidelines recommend social distancing in crowded places, such as lunchrooms and common areas. They also suggest but don't require masks and distancing on buses. Schools must also continue to perform contact tracing for positive tests. Masks will also be required for everyone older than 2 years old inside school nursing areas, as those are considered a healthcare environment. In the studio tonight, Ian Smay, KREM 2 News.